Hey, how's it going? Seems to be some sort of conflagration here. Anyway, I'm DJ Than from Fairbanks, Alaska. This is axes, picks, claw, hammers, and footstools. Your radio station for YouTube. And we got it rolling here. This is the Endless Now, and the Eternal Playlist grinds on, and you are here, a part of it. Aren't you lucky? Getting a little hard to breathe here in the home of rock and roll. Hopefully it's happening. But that's okay. Breathing is only a secondary consideration when it comes to laying down the rock. And what rock do we have to lay down today? You may wonder. I'm thinking a little along the lines of West Coast punk rock, but more poetic West Coast punk rock, sort of West Coast art punk, sort of West Coast Western art punk. I'm thinking of the Flesh Eaters. I'm thinking of DESJARDINS or DESJARDIN. I'm not quite sure how it's pronounced. It's French. But Chris D, they call him Chris D, and that's easier. Chris D is the poet behind the Flesh Eaters. And the Flesh Eaters are Chris D is the only permanent member, and the band sort of ebbs and flows as some people leave, new people come in, and everything. But it is sort of a supergroup, a West Coast punk rock supergroup, in that you got Chris D. And in the original lineup, you had John Doe and DJ Bonebreak, the rhythm section of X. You had Steve Berlin and Dave Alvin. That's the saxophone player and the guitarist for the Blasters. Tito Lariva from the PLUGZ. There's just a whole bunch of LA scene musicians that would get together with Chris D and do his Flesh Eater stuff, because Chris has a very, very distinct writer's voice. He's got an LA noir tradition voice. He's got a Raymond Chandler type. He's got a Dash Hammett type. He's got a noir, West Coast sun-drenched noir type punk voice. A lot like Jeffrey Lee Pierce of the Gun Club. They're very complimentary artists. Anyhow, the Flesh Eaters, and this is Like a Burning Fire from their second full-length album in 1983, A Hard Road to Follow. The Flesh Eaters, Chris D and the gang, Lake of Burning Fire.
just like I'm some Cooper from outer space. Sometimes you're too much to touch, and then you seem too much. I don't wanna drown in, I don't wanna translate, I don't wanna drown in the lake of burning fire. Hunters of horrors no longer to unveil. Into the lake of burning fire. 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 Now they're saying I'm gonna know how to keep on. Now they're saying I'm gonna walk across the lake of burning fire. But what do they know?
Well, I give the MVP award for the best movie.
This is a story.
Oh, holy moly. Missed a cut. Bad DJ. Anyway, yeah, I'd say Steve Berlin and his yakety sax there brought some brassy color to the whole occasion, and I would therefore give him the most valued player of this particular Flesh Eaters outing. That's Steve Berlin from the Blasters on saxophone there. And like I said, the Flesh Eaters are a band well worth looking into because, first off, Chris D is just such a great lyric writer, great songwriter. And otherwise, it's just because he works with the best. He works with the very best musicians of his scene, you know, and hey, there's something to be said for that. I'm DJ Fan from Fairbanks, Alaska, and this, right here, right now, on YouTube, us together, is Axes, Picks, Claw, Hammers, and Footstools. Axes, Picks, Claw, Hammers, and Footstools is a non-profit project bringing rock to the hinterlands to all our boys abroad and all our ships at sea. Spreading the signal, spreading the disease, making sure that rock and roll stretches forward into the unforeseeable future. Axes, Picks, Claw, Hammers, and Footstools is not only about remembering, it's about creating. Together, we create the spirit of rock and roll.